pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I got you. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 50. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check.
Here's Rodgers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, 41's Mike.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice... And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Second and 14. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're on the dime. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, 88.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. A gain of 6 there on first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Hey, I'm coming up. Watch the twist.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
41 Mike. 41.
Now Jones. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Final shot before half for Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
2nd and 16.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. They're not ready for this, man. They're not. 30. Still playing soccer.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, now Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
26.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taylor now from the end zone. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down, and refuse to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Don't get nervous. Check 59, Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 48 yards.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Trip. You got trips. You got 3. 85 is coming. 85 is coming. Watch him. Chad 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Here we go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
3 down. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Rodgers going to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers.